So in June of last year, I made a conscious decision to start thinking differently. Uh, so this channel, it may seem as though it's like, oh, so bad, it's just all depressions. Um, I'm not gonna jump in your face like Mr. Beast and say, today we're gonna talk about how I stopped drinking. Um, I'm 43. I have been going through getting sober and being sober and sober living, all that bullshit, since I was 19. Um, for my 20th, so 20 to 21, I was sober completely. And on my 21st birthday, I went out for drinks with my parents. And then, boosted up for years and years and years. And then at 36, I had a mental breakdown, for real. I was managing two restaurants at the same time, and everybody was yelling at me on all ends. I just wasn't happy. And I looked at what I could eliminate in order to have more time. Time was a big commodity for me. And I was drinking and I was smoking. And so I'm like, well, I smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. So 5 minutes a cigarette, 20 cigarettes. I'm like, okay, well, if I stop smoking, then I can free up an hour. Like that hour can be for me. And if I stop drinking, I drink about 2 hours a night. So if I stop both those, I get 3 hours. One for myself, one for my kids, and one for my wife. And it was a struggle, but I made it work. And for a year and a half, I was sober, and then it was great. And then I opened up my restaurant, and I wanted to celebrate, and then it just quickly spiraled, like very, very quickly spiraled. And then COVID happened, and but this one in particular, I'm just kind of was fed up with who I was, and just the line to myself and how I perceived myself. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is that I've been transitioning through life, but also through living and kind of just the chrysalis and coming into this new type of person. And I'm not facetious enough or naive, like I'm very aware that you can't just be this magical new entity and throw away everything that you've accumulated, all the negativity, all the bad actions, all of that stuff. It still lives within inside me. I just choose not to dwell on it. I've acknowledged it and I'm moving forward. To any and everybody that I've ever hurt, both directly and indirectly, I certainly do apologize. I'm just not going to seek out that negative bullshit anymore. Like, I'm just not. Yeah, dude, I'm not. Yeah. When I was 28, I moved to Thailand, and part of why I moved there was because a voice just told me. I'm very big into what the spirit says, what the wind says. I like listening to, it's a detriment and a curse, but also a blessing to listen to the voices that are inside me. And a voice told me, go to Thailand and volunteer. And I went to Thailand, I ended up volunteering, and I ended up staying there for 4 years. And while I was there, I got very into meditation. I stayed at the temple 3 different times, shaved my head, slept at the temple, did walk for alms, walk with the monks, did the whole process. And through that time, I really did internal work. I worked on the other shames and negative things that I did at that time, fights with my brother, booze-induced stuff. And why am I bringing that up? Is that through positive fortitude and intentional actions, I was able to change myself into somebody that I appreciated, somebody that lived consciously. And over the years, I deviated. And the concise answer is that, like, just because you choose something doesn't always mean you're going to be on that path. Like, it's the work, right? you're not always going to be standing up straight. Sometimes you have to, right? Like you just, sometimes it's frustrating because you have the words that you want to say, but they're not coming out properly. So you just keep jumbling, and then like I don't want to edit this too much, and so I just want you guys to feel like there are paths that I follow that are obviously the wrong choice, and sometimes I just can't get back on the path that I want and the proper path. Right now, I am very aware of what I want to do and also how I want to do it, whom I want to have around me, and how I want to treat people. I'm very excited for this next year. The year of a million. I said it yesterday. I was working at Midnight Munchies, boom, boom, and somebody came up and they're like, "Yo, Steve," like it's a friend of mine that I used to know. He owns the Bull. His name's Jacob, and I used to have a restaurant right next to him, Crane Ramen, and we would talk all the time. And there was, I've known him for 11 years now. And he's like, "Steve, I just saw you like on social media and like you were doing this." And I go, "Yeah, I got the hot dog thing." And he goes, "What? How many things do you have?" And I just said, it's like, I'm going to make $1 million this year. That's what I said. Point blank blunt. That's the goal. Intentionally. I'm going to be annoying. I'm going to use this form to push out all the ideas that I've been wanting to and have been told not to by people around me over the past few years. It's not some woo-woo, horses in the background, live your life intentionally bullshit. I prefer the grittiness. Try it. Just try. Try.